Hello there, fellow Inquisitors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Inquest of the Dead. Episode 32, One Stays and One Leaves. Shouldn't I start banking building blocks for the barracks? The barracks? Yeah, I should. I'll start cutting for that. That would give good something useful to do. Deep drilling, marble. And then while whoops, misclick. While Kenneth is out here, I'm going to have him go run a little favor for me, a little errand. Because we're low on components, I'll just get the freebie components. I know there's freebie components via mining out here too, but I'll just grab the ship one now. Whoa, whoever died there had a lot of drugs. Okay. That was not in my bingo card. A legendary Bioferrite Longsword was not in my bingo card. He was a level 9. Hold on. RimWorld craft quality. What was the chance of him crafting a masterwork at level 9 to then become a legendary? A masterwork at level 9 is a 0.26%. He might have leveled up to level 10 in the process of crafting it. Nope, 0.26%. That was the chance. Holy moly. Okay. Art. Glitches shooter. Well, unfortunately, this is a sword. So, what a weird piece of art. An engraving on this weapon shows an advancing wall of red flames nearly enveloping a canyon. All animal life has left the area. Yeah, actually, this is a pretty clear depiction. 1,000 standing outlaws. No, they're corpses. Appear at the right side of the scene. Glitch being menaced by a deadly flash storm. Okay. Well, the DPS of this thing, the melee DPS is 18.6 with a armor pen of 72. Holy moly. All right. Yeah, no complaints there. Let's see. Who has the highest melee? It would be probably RCV. So RCV, you're going to get this sword. And then the other thing about this is the reason why I made a Bioferrite is if you look at psychic sensitivity, having a sword increases the sensitivity, which makes RCV a better Psycaster, a better Psychic Knight. It's one of the benefits of wearing Bioferrite. So if you had like an entire suit of Bioferrite armor, you would actually get more psychically sensitive, making you more powerful. For reference, it's not better than the Soul's Scythe, damage-wise or armor pen-wise, and then of course, kill focus is insane. Like, even a very awful weapon with kill focus would be worth using, but it's pretty comparable, which is surprising. And then Madzy, you get the hand-me-down, so sorry about that. Two really good melee weapons. I'm here for it. That works for me. You know, I just realized is because this is near the this pond. This is like fertile soil. I almost feel bad putting my barracks here, but not bad enough not to do it. And Knath is kind of our like force recon, where anytime there's because he's so fast and I can bug him and like, because good is busier. Anytime there's stuff for me to go burn corpse-wise, I send him out. So we're thinning out the thinner hordes. There's still this group, but it's looking better. Inspiration gives 2 quality levels. I I thought it only gave 1. Oh, you know what? You're right. It is double. So the chance of that as a level 9 was just under 10%, or about, no, 9.25%. Still, super lucky that it was legendary. So we're deep drilling marble chunks in order to try to make a barracks. There is marble nearby that we could haul, I guess. If we have a bunch of idle people, we might as well just, like, make use of this. And then I'm also going to set the rest of the steel over here to be hauled. And then probably, because there's not much going on right now, and I'm sure I'm about to pay for that karmically and comedically, saying that aloud. But I will get rid of the floors as well for materials, etc., etc. We'll try to break this down. Because we were doing that before, and then we got real busy. Jade. Oh, and that's not so far from the base. That would be good to upgrade our sanctuary at some point. Now, I know there's, like, siege site equipment here that we could grab. The reinforced barrels, the high explosive shells. Like, don't worry, I know. I just don't care. High explosive shells, like, almost have no benefit for us. Because there's really nothing for us to shell that would, like, be meaningful. Cheers. Okay, someone named Cobra wants to join us. A contract miner named Cobra has arrived and wants to join the colony. They are a believer in Soul's faith, and they have a mining stat of 13. Oh, and you did pick a really good spot to join, because you actually have a little bit of cover. Let's take a look at Cobra. See if they're staying. Industrious, cannibal, chemically interested, does not do combat. Yeah, I'm not even going to pull on this. Bye. Cobra High, Cobra Bye, Cobra Kai. Manya still hasn't decided, but, like, at least Manya knows how to fight, or, like, is willing. Which is why we haven't, kicked her. I mean, if she offers, or he, rather, offers to join, we won't necessarily kick him to the curb, but, like, someone who is a non-combatant really has no place in this colony. Truly. That is a hard no. Easy pass. So we're down to 39 rice. We might get this harvested. I'm trying to... what I really want to do is I want to get the corn up to as much as it can go before we... Oh, and speaking of which, Manya has wanted to join us. Are we keeping Manya? Now, here's one of the things that I have not yet done. Not that I'm trying to influence your pulling. We do, technically speaking, I don't know why I have to say technically speaking, we do have ideological roles of Templar and Sentinel. A Sentinel and Templar also have those, like, you know, special trance-like abilities. And I'm not saying it should be Manya. But another thing we can do is we can start making Templars and Sentinels, because if we have enough labor pool to cover, you know, the average day-to-day, having some people that are just, like, dedicated guards is not necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion. So, if you want Manya, 1 more minute to vote in that poll, and then I'll run the raffle if yes. We moved out a whole bunch of pollution here, which I'm not really sure. That's almost certainly too much pollution for the trees to actually functionally handle. So it might bleed back into the base, but it's pretty far away from our farm, so it's just going to bleed where it's not going to be negatively consequential, I think. Alright, everyone's finally fully healed except for Manya. It's not really my fault that Manya's not healed. They did just arrive from the sky wounded. Oh, speaking of which, I guess, yeah, you're allowed to do medical things. Mining. You have enough crafting skill to smith up components as well. So it looks like Manya, you're staying. Got it. Raffle timer? Actually, not yet. The timer's above my head. Eligibility is reset. Huh. Okay. The UI for that looks weird, but it's fine. So Manya, you mine and smith. So if you're going to help with smithing, I'm going to create yet another bill. And this will be Manya's bill. For the smithing tables to make components. Cool. For now, I guess you could sleep here, which is like pretty plush bedroom compared to everyone else. And we'll get you a weapon. Change style. Make it look normal, not like a junker weapon. There you go. Population grows even more. Oh, great. You know what? Don't be a doctor. I just saw what you're capable of. I didn't realize a doctor could have a 10 quality of 0. Honestly, at 0, you should just be able to re-10 them. 0 functionally is, I didn't actually do my job, so... Like, give me another like, why am I stuck with that? Stupid. One of the other issues that we're going to face here is we have a bunch of, like, slate block walkways to pave, and Kanath is going to go, like, back and forth, hauling them. So I want to batch them. So I'm going to forbid them for now so we can batch them up. We're also pretty low on steel, so miners, you should be allowed to be here, and, like, let's get some steel out of that too, huh? Madzy didn't equip her sword? No, she didn't. I guess she was in the meditation queue. That's been a thing. For whatever reason, like, when you're meditating, you just, like, ignore all orders. It's probably a problem with the mentorship mod. Not one that I intend to fix or care about. But good catch. I probably wouldn't use her anyway. She doesn't really have armor. I could have Sloane give her Sloane's armor, but, like, I'm not going to. I want to make armor. Alright, so I did just smelt the vac suit. Biokid weapons should be smelted as well, so let's put that in the build. This is smelting crummy weapons. Oh, wow. I'm actually... Hold on. Smelt bad weapons. And let's adjust this. We're going to be smelting non-Eltec stuff, non-long swords. Because I think long swords are all we intend to keep. And then this one will be smelt biocoated. And this is like of any type. We have a lot of random biocoated weapons in our stockpile, and we absolutely do not need them. Shambler approach, 70 from the northwest. The northwest is... okay, an assault. That's different. Okay. Everyone's inside. Or actually, everyone's behind the walls. That should be safe enough. Raffle time for Romagna. Goes... Oh, Addie is, already a person. Reroll that. Okay, that would just be confusing, so I'm not going to do that. Technically, you don't have a pawn, but kind of you do. So I'm going to reroll that again. Nabe! Hey, you went from rat to, lazy. Now if we eat Nabe burgers, it's real real concerning. So hopefully we won't eat Nabe burgers, because that would make me a cannibal. Alright, so everybody's being forced inside, and we're gonna go respond to this this threat. A literal rat to a spiritual rat? Yeah, exactly. So the Northwest is going to hit hard. Actually, that's a smaller group. So probably one brawler will be able to hold off the Horde. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Addie come up here and close that door. Close both these doors. So that it's more ruggedized. It will last a little bit longer. Lose some terrain. Yeah, these shamblers are like, have no interest in good at all. It'll be great when I have like multiple psychic knights and I'm able to have a field, a whole squad of them to keep the Horde at bay. Them's the dream. Okay, this group is about half thinned out, and then RCV and Addie go out this way, and I'm actually gonna have you start brawling down them, while shooters are gonna join you in a minute. All right, shooters. I think the group over here warrants more caution. So let's reposition, and good will clear out this here, because it's just a bunch of crawlers now. Okay, there's a few left. And then it's the corpse cleanup. I would have Nabe do it, but I think Nabe will lose his cool if I like force Nabe to do it at the moment. So I'm gonna give Nabe some time off from that. No need to send him into a psychic's downward spiral. God, there's so many corpses. Alright, so started that corpse queue. These brawlers did a good job over here. We'll torch them and then scoot move. So far, it looks like the walls are holding. They won't hold for long, which is why the shooters are in transition, and the brawlers are ready to throw down. Unsupervised fighting is the best kind of fighting. You did just fine. Alright, Addy needs some help. But you don't get better by observation. Ross, you're relatively new. You get to clean these guys up. It's a rite of passage around here. Okay. Addy, report for medical attention. And then RCV will clean up the rest. Because you got some bleeds. You also have like an eye scar. We'll clean that out at some point. A little bit of magic will fix that. Surprisingly, you didn't catch. So, RCV, you also have a decent amount of bleeds, but you're not going to die. And as far as I can tell, we're still going through the corpse queue in the southwest, but, like, we're clear of that threat. Alright, Wizard, pop these doors back open so that I can use them in an emergency quickly. And I hear them shambling back alive, maybe? I thought I heard some shit. Oh no, yeah, that was the Pollux tree. Sakura, your side focus level is maxed, so maybe it is time to try to fix someone? And then you can meditate your way back up to max. So who has the worst injury? We have a eye scar on Addy. Addy is a constructor, so it kind of matters. I know Good has one too. The problem is I don't want Good to be laid up in a coma. We have a leg scar on Scorp, which is maybe the most serious because mobility is a big deal. Frostbite scar on a hand. That's a pretty bad frostbite scar though. That is a really bad frostbite scar. So actually, you might take the cake. An old gunshot wound on Glitch, and that's a pretty bad gunshot wound too. There's a lot of injuries here. There's also burgers. You know, mercifully, I think we should do burger. I know they're a guest and all, but like, yeah, let's do it because they're demented, frail, bad back, and then have all these other scars on top of it, and we can at least increase their mobility decently to the point where like they can sort of have a snowball chance in hell outside. So yeah, we'll regenerate the refugee. We are a charitable bunch. Well, it's funny because we do that, but then we like completely sacrificed the guards of no consequence to be summarily chewed up by shamblers and like not given proper burials. But you know, I was very tired of them. They did try to sabotage the base multiple times, so. Breachers! And this is related to the Quiet Cow's quest. I'm not really worried about these breachers. I don't think they're going to reach the base. I'll turn on the red lights for alert, but like, methinks they die. We'll keep an eye on them. So all of their like big boom bomb guns are getting used up. Okay, there is some breachers that will probably reach. So let's dissuade them from intrusion. No, surprisingly, yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this. Okay, that's fine. Nope. No grenades on our walls. Thank you. Bye-bye. Ooh, you had armor. Well, had. You didn't last very long. You are a vamp? Yeah, you're a vamp. That's why you're down, not dead. And the ones wearing recon armor, I probably want to strip so that I can melt their recon armor down. And there they go, now they're fleeing. Now, I don't really care about baseliners making it off map, but like the Shambler, or the Sanguiphages really, I do not want to be able to flee. So, if you're a Shambler and you know it, you're ready to get staked. Ouch, that one hurt me hard. I am missing an index finger. But they're missing a brain, so I think I win. This Sanguiphage is burning. Justice. I'm not going to be able to get the armor off of this one before it burns up, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, you're a Sangy too, aren't you? Yep, you are as well. Man, just really high Papa Sangies. All right, good. You take a break because you need some medical attention. And then, Kadath, you are going to be the... You're going to be the Sang Killer. And Stripper. So let's see. Gear, don't care, don't care. Strip. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Yeah, they didn't come in with a lot of armor. Most of them don't have any. Okay, so just strip one. So Kadath is going to go finish off the Sanguiphages, and then Ross... Try to... oops, that's not what I meant to do. Hellcat rifle, I like that. The frag grenades are definitely going to explode, but like, it's fun. Maybe you didn't need more training. I mean, you definitely didn't, but like, it's fine. And I'm gonna go so far as to try to clear up all the corpses in this raid party. I know there's a few shamblers here, but like, there's an opportunity to like significantly reduce the shamble population of the area, so I'll take it. Anyone worth kidnapping, killing? There's no one worth kidnapping, like, ever. Full stop. The only ones that ever survive these kind of incursions are Sanguiphages, and, yeah, we don't have any use for them. What? Oh, I must have accidentally had a toxic potato, like... Wait, actually, what? I didn't... Yeah, I didn't tell them to remove the pollution around there. They just kind of did it? How about you don't just do that? I think what happened was it was the last piece of pollution, but pollution removes in 6 tiles at a time. So I removed 2 pollution tiles and then 4 that I hadn't intended, which is like not my fault. Just game mechanics at play. So I lost 4 toxic potatoes. Not a big deal. Oh, that's an annoying spot. Well, Ross, weave around them, I guess. Come on, just finish this up. This is getting ridiculous. There we go. Thank you. All right, in terms of food, we're out. O-U-T out. So we're going to go for the... Actually, let's let... Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. Let's let the corn mature a little bit farther. And this rice, a lot of this rice is like 99% grown, so if we pull it up now, it's fine. So let's go for the rice, like, a second too early or whatever. Oh. Shouldn't have done that. Alright, so Ross pulled aggro. It's fine. Kadath's here to help. He's missing everything, though, which is surprising. Come on, guys. You're like... you're the best shooter in the whole dang world. You can't hit the broadside of a barn right now just to spite me or something? What's going on here? Here goes some of the frag nades. I know you're in the dark. That's probably a major contributing factor. Because we're light lovers, we suffer penalties in the dark. What? Just keep firing. He was just standing there. Drafted and aiming at the enemy, but not shooting? Weird. But okay. Alright, Kadath, you take a break. And Ross will just continue his corpse clearing, if possible. So the cows are here for 3.5 more days. We are all starving. So hopefully they start harvesting rice so we can make some food. It's a little rough around here, in other words. But, hey, look at you. You no longer have all those scars. That's at least something. Alright, I think I'm going to continue with skip later. I'm going to skip, in other words. Because there's a lot of corpses up here that I could prevent from resurrection. And skip's just taking too long to kill. Ah, shoot. They're resurrecting. Okay, Ross, get out of there. You're aggroed. Shoot. I'm gonna have RCV come home. Is dementia curable with the sidecast? Nope. It regrows limbs. It doesn't remove age-related diseases, frailty, none of that stuff. Oh, even more of them are starting to resurrect. Alright, let's kill these guys then. I know an army that can't march on an empty stomach, and this is probably the consequence of that. Alright, this Shambler Wandering group is heading towards us. Got it. Yeah, well, we cleared them out enough. So let's just try to kill Skip and then go back for some R&R. Ew, there we go. Nice. Just needed a sword to cut off the head. Alright, taking a look at the map, I'm going to say that the close to home zone is not going to include this area because pretty soon those Shamblers are going to be up on the walls and I don't really want to go over there. And I'll just have to keep an eye on where they're headed so that we don't run into them. And I'm just pulling this gear behind the walls so I don't lose access to it. Cool. We're probably gonna have to pull the corn, I'm gonna guess, because it doesn't look like we are likely to have enough rice from that small harvest to be able to keep people fed. So I'll do that now. The corn's at 96%, so it's gonna be almost full yield anyway, so it should be all right. Might as well harvest it before it gets blighted, because with my luck, it's gonna get blighted if I wait. All right, who is failing harvest? You're a 8 and you're failing? Because of your frostbite hand scar? Okay, noted. I'm not going to stop you, but noted. All right, we did just pull in a lot more slate, which is going to be nice. It'll allow us to fill in some of the pathways that we wanted. And the cows are eating the toxic potato plants, and I knew that was going to happen. It was kind of there for that reason, that they would graze on it, and that's fine. I'm not going to stop them. The ones out here are going to be harvested. The ones in here are just going to be grazed and replanted. That's more or less by design. Madsy. Before this recon armor gets smelted and destroyed, let's go ahead and just wear it, because it's going to be better than nothing. Yep, significantly better than nothing. I hope these guys are coming south, aren't they? They're not going west. That means that my steel mining zone is about to get shut down. So let's shut that down now before we aggro everything. Just not even go out here anymore. Ooh, so this is a long-range mineral scan. All right, shut that down. Right. So there's a seam of plasteel. Ooh, it's kind of far. A seam of plasteel up the road that we could shuttle to. Definitely don't have the chem fuel right now, but like, you know, in the future maybe we will. So for the quest for the Pirates of Fortune, we have 1.7 days left, and I'm going to accept this like as late as possible so that we don't endanger the cows. The cows are here for 2.9 more days, so there will be a little bit of an overlap, but hopefully the cows will survive. Because if they don't, Mr. Sun Tzu's dead forever, probably. And we're pulling in slate or stone cutting. Good. Oh, I did not. Oh, yep, okay. Yeah, let's quickly handle this. I'll just send good after it. A small group of shamblers that can easily be handled by one brawler. Yeah, these guys are breaking south, not east. All right, close to home zone. Let's stay out of their way. Seems reasonable. Would multiple deep drills be a good idea? For the moment, we don't really have like a high demand for... It's not a bad idea, but consider it would be 100% or like 50% of my total steel that I have at the moment. So I think I'm probably going to hold off until I'm a little bit more steel wealthy. I know I have steel sites out here. They're just, at the moment, kind of low-key being blocked by like 70 shamblers. So a lot of it is, do I want to invest a significant proportion of my steel to do this? Because imagine a situation like we have a geothermal generator break, or, you know, there's reasons to have like replacement steel. So I want to have a strategic stockpile of this stuff. Why is power going down? Because we had more things plugged in. Simply put, we had the long-range mineral scanner at 700 watts on that, and the smelter at 700 watts on that normally wouldn't be. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Inquest of the Dead, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Inquisitors.